Hello, NG ears. Welcome back to your second CAD lesson. You may be getting this done almost immediately after the first. This one's a little bit more fun. We are going to be designing a Spotify code keychain. So, nice, kind of useful project that when you scan this code in the Spotify app, it'll bring up a song almost immediately, which is kind of neat. And a good gift for someone if you're like, oh, this song reminds me of you, to give it to them. And so maybe think about mom, dad, who you want to make this one for. It's always good to give these away. You don't need to keep this for yourself. All right, so let's get started with it. Our first step is to figure out what song we want to make the code about. So we got to go to Spotify, and we don't need to sign in to do so. Oh, you can see I went to the wrong website. Spotify.com. All right, and figure out what song you want to make this out of. I've been listening to a lot of hip hop lately. So let's go with this group here. Big fan. All right. I think I have a song in mind that I want to do. I'm going to do this one. So click on the three little dots in the corner, and you're going to share. You're going to copy the song link. That's all you need from Spotify. Let's open up another tab, and we need to go to a Spotify code maker. You can type in Spotify code maker in the top. All right, and the SpotifyCodes.com is a great resource. All you got to do is enter that code you copied. So highlight, right click, paste, and get your Spotify code. You'll have to agree to this, which is fine. Nothing weird in there. And then it brings you to your code here, which you can download. Now, the only change we need to make is in this format. We want to download this as an SVG, which will allow us to edit it. Go ahead and click download, and it should save to your computer. All right, let's go back to Tinkercad. We're going to create a new 3D design, and we'll import our code in here by going to import in the top right, choosing your file. You can see mine right here. And it's going to bring it in rather large, which is okay. We'll scale it down. All right. So it brings it in, and it looks like it's about 2 feet, which is okay. We need to click. All right, and by holding the shift key and dragging, we make sure this doesn't change sizes. You can see it might also go upside down. We don't want that. If it changes sizes, it will change the code that is attached. All right, it's a keychain, so we want it relatively small. I'm going to go until that bottom number, you can see it's at 50 right now, reaches 40. All right. If I have to, I will drag my piece back onto the work plane. And still bring it down till it gets to 40. All right. You can see if we were to cut this out right now, we would lose these Spotify kind of waves. I don't know what you'd call them. These lines right here, which is intentional. This is where our keyring would go through to hold this onto our keychain. Perfectly fine. If you wanted to, you can add things to your design. So let's click this out. And if I wanted to make maybe a different key ring, or I just didn't like the way this one looked, I can add a circle in. So as long as I'm not covering up the Spotify code, it should be okay. All right, looks like it's 1 millimeter tall. Again, I just make everything the same size to make sure, or the same height to make sure that it looks aesthetically pleasing. I can add that to the end. I can add another one. I can put my name up top. You have a little bit more freedom with this one. All right, so as you begin to learn how the program works, and if I hold shift, it'll make sure everything scales correctly. You can bring it in. All right. Again, I'm going to bring it down so it's the right height. You have a little bit more freedom with this one, which is how these classes work. So as you start to master the program, you can make more and more things. And we typically try and take everything we make home. That's not going to let me get it right into the middle there, is it? Maybe there. That looks okay. I just need to make sure I hold down Shift and group all these pieces for my keychain. I don't make them all one piece. And you can see that's what it's going to look like on my keys, which is kind of neat. All right. Definitely thinking about making one of these for my girlfriend. All right. We're going to export as an SVG again. Please make sure as you save this, I don't know what Spectacular Wolf is. Please make sure you save it. I would save mine as Nick Schaefer, right? Spotify keychain. And that way when Miss Farrell or I go to print these out on the laser, we know exactly whose is whose and which ones we've already printed. All right, guys. Should be a quick and easy lesson for you guys. Hopefully you learn a few things that are actually useful and see how you can kind of bring CAD into your everyday life. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.